Hello, everybody. It's Miss Henderson. It's digital photography time. Today, we are looking at the artwork of Barbara Kruger. Barbara Kruger is one of my absolute favorite graphic designer, photographers slash artist. So she is known for doing these pictures and stickers and street art way before um, computers. I don't want to say computers were really around. I guess they were around. They just didn't exist like in your pockets, like your cell phone. So she's known for I Shop, Therefore I Am, and some of these other stickers. So you'll notice the red borders, the red, white, and black color scheme, the very bold sans serif, not serifed fonts, and how it looks kind of like there's a lot of add noise. It looks like a photocopy. So that's what we're going to do today. And if you have time, I want you to watch this video. I'm going to play it in class, but for those of you at home, I want you to watch it. So for our sample, I want you to download this picture. And because I'm putting this picture on YouTube, I'm putting this tutorial on YouTube, I've blurred out their faces, and I kind of went in and made this crown a little bit darker. So I've opened the image, and I really quickly want to check out my image size. This is a 96 DPI image, and I kind of want to make this is an exercise. I'm not printing this. I'm not entering it into a contest. So I kind of want to make it a little bit smaller so it's easier to work with. Remember, sometimes Photopea will crash if you have large files with lots of layers. Okay. So I made it small, and there's a lot of different ways to make a red border. But one of the easiest things is to change the canvas size. And really quickly, I'm kind of cleaning up this image for the craftsmanship aspect. All right, so I want a red border. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to change my canvas size, and I cannot think in pixels, so I'm going to switch to images. I want like 2 inches on each side. That's 16 inches. And that's going to be 9 plus 4 is 13, if I can do my math correctly. And I'm going to anchor this picture in the middle. Okay. Now, how am I going to get a red border? I'm going to come through here. Look, my little tools are coming up. Go away, tools. I want a red border. And I'm going to create, let me move my picture. I'm going to create a new layer. Okay. And remember, our paint bucket is hiding behind the gradient. So you hit the G key twice. And I want a red layer. Oh my gosh. Where'd my image go? All right. Look at your layers palette. Which layer's on top? The red layer. We don't want it on top, do we? We want to send it to the back. So how are we going to send it to the back? We're going to drag it down. Okay. Turn it back on. Ta-da! Now, a lot of times I like working in layers because you can move things around easier. If things are all one layer, they move together. Okay. So until I'm done, I like to keep things in layers. Now let's look at Barbara Kruger's artwork. What's missing? The image is not black and white. It doesn't have that Xerox effect to it. And I don't have text boxes. So I need to do that. I'm going to click on this image of my 2 young ladies. And remember, in Photopea, we do image adjustment, black and white. And I'm going to come over here. Yep, that looks good. And if I want to add some noise, I can do that. You might need to zoom in. That might be a little bit too much noise. So I can play with that, play with that amount. Now, if I'd flatten the image, the black and white and the red together, if I added noise and made it black and white, the red would go away and the red background would also have noise on it. And we don't want to do that. Okay, I need a new layer because I'm going to add a shape. Now, Photopea does have the shape feature. I'm really not all that familiar with it. It's hard for me sometimes to work with vector features in a pixel-based application, so I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. So I'm going to select the marquee tool, and I'm going to make some small little rectangles. and I want them white. So I'm going to hit the color picker. And I might want red again, so I'm going to keep the red and just flip them. If you see the arrow key, again, paint bucket tool, hit my G key, and I'm going to fill it with a color. And now I can move it around if I want to. Select none, deselect. I need some text, so I'm going to hit the text tool. Right now it's defaulting to black and Deja Vu Sans. Yesterday I was demonstrating this and my text was crashing. What was happening is I didn't see that loading. Do you guys see how it says loading? That wasn't working. So what I had to do was save my work, completely go out, close Photopea, and then reopen the software. And then it magically worked. Okay. So if that ever happens to you, if the fonts just are not loading right, sometimes you just got to close and reopen it. Especially if you haven't restarted your Chromebook in a while. Okay. All right, this is really small. I'm trying to double click. If you double click on the text, it's supposed to turn it all black, all selected. All right, that didn't work, so I just hit Control A. Now I have a size meter. It goes up to 150. If you want it larger than 150, you have to put your cursor in that number and just type in the number. Okay, let's do 100. Now, you want to kind of keep this like Barbara Kruger's artwork. So with the fonts, you don't want to get super funky. You want to stick to a bold, chunky font. Yesterday, I was demonstrating. I think I was using Chunky 5. And my font list isn't loading. What is that about Murphy's Law, campers? If it's going to go wrong, it will. All right, so I want to move my font right here. And obviously I want to say a word, not just have. What did I say yesterday? Okay, and I need to center that inside of this. It's because I'm using Screencastify. My fonts are loading super slow. I'm trying to make this happen. Not working. As soon as I give up, it always loads though. All right, so I want to zoom out. See, there it goes. Yeah, not working. All right, so we're going to pretend that's a chunky font. This is not centered in here, and my white bar is getting rid of the crown. And I really want to see the crown, and I don't like the shape of that. So you can do edit, free transform. What layer am I on? Okay. I'm not really sure why it's selecting the whole canvas, but it's doing what I want it to do, so I'm okay. I just want to make that white rectangle smaller, and I might, let me skew it a little bit. Can I rotate? Can I distort? Try this. All right, so if I want to grab the corner here, do you see how that is changing? I'm going to rotate this a little bit, just a little bit. And I'm going to hit the enter key or click outside here in the margins. All right, I want to move this up just a tad. All right. And I need to fit my text in there. Let me see, can I free transform my text? I don't want to edit the, don't want to free transform the entire image. I just want this one layer. So in the old Pixlr, you could not do this to type. You had to rasterize the layer. And once you rasterize the layer, then you could do it. Okay. All right, so the reason I'm duplicating the layer is I am not done with my sentence. And because I've already tilted the text and I've already tilted the text box, I'm going to go work with that. Now, yes, I want to go back and change the font and make it chunky. Now, I'm making this up and not putting a whole lot of thought into this sentence. And I want you, whatever your image is, I want you, because remember, this is the exercise you're going to turn in. I want you to have amazingly stellar statement or something. All right, so here is your crown. So I can come back here. I'm essentially done for the most part. I can go ahead and save this as a PSD file and save it as a JPEG. So remember, you want to save it as two different things. Remember, you cannot turn in onto Canvas. You cannot turn in PSD files. So you want to save this as a JPEG, turn this in on Canvas. Now, when you do this project, you want to find an interesting picture that you took and an interesting saying. It could be a quote, a famous quote, something your grandma says. It could just be, my favorite food is pizza. It doesn't have to be deep and meaningful. All right. Yeah. All right, so now that I'm done, my computer seems to be liking me more. Control A. I'm loading the font. Now, if you're working on a laptop or a PC at home that has more RAM and memory, it's probably going to be a little bit faster than mine's being now. It just really doesn't like this. It just really doesn't. All right, so once I have, okay, I'm done. Is it centered still? Not really. If you look over on the left, there's not enough space. I mean, there's too little space, so I'm going to go fix that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to save this as a PSD file. And then I'm also going to go back and save this as export as JPEG. And now you're done. You're going to turn this in on Canvas and get an A. Whoop, whoop. No, I don't want to save it as 70%. I want to save it as 100%. All right, guys. If you have any questions, email me, and I will see you later. Bye, campers.